Sorry. Welcome, everyone. Actually, let me make sure everything's good. I'm just starting over here, not knowing what happened over here. The hell? Oh, just moving things around. Th- There we are. There's a reasonable size. Thought my chat was like all over the place. Welcome, Ewok Templar. Diablo 4. Back into it. Real quick. Real short tonight. It's been humid today. I don't know why. It's cold outside. The heat. I keep on looking at this camera over here. It's not even on. Sorry. I forgot I moved this one over here. It's been sticky today, man. I put in about 2 hours of grinding and working on stuff, and I had to do it in hour increments because it got so warm in here. I'd step out of my room into the hallway. It's nice and cool over there, and they have the heater on in the hallway, and I have the vent closed in here to keep the heat out. And I come into my room, and it's like, it's like a big breath. Had to vent it out a couple of times. Couldn't do a long one, but as you can see, we got a decent amount of XP. I got like a fourth. We're already past the first skill right there. You can see my mouse. I mean, I could just do this, right? Yeah, hey, I should have been doing this the whole time. There we go. Look, right there would be the end of skill 1. We got a little bit right there. Oh, you can actually see how much XP. Oh. Okay, so we have 219 million XP, and we just need 44 million more to get. Is that right? Am I reading this right? Or is that how much I have already? I know. Okay, I get it. How I have 44 million. I need to reach 219 million to make it to 264. Okay. Hey, we're learning. We're learning a few things. No, today, I don't know if you'll believe me, but today we beat one of my records. It was off camera. Hold on, disappear on y'all. Like to be, because this little light right here, it gets warm, and also I like to save CPU energy. But I did hit something in a dungeon with Blizzard, and I guess it was an elite enemy because it stayed alive. It didn't die instantly. And I had the blast wave radius, and I hit 104.1 million damage. It was pretty nice. It's pretty legit. But you know, I'm gonna do things different. I'm gonna do it the way I was doing it before they made the keys a little bit more hard to come by. I was just running. I'm just gonna do a nightmare dungeon run. Dark Monolith. No, I don't want to do that guy. He's mean. Well, Wallers, they can't stop me. A volcanic, I need to get rid of that one. I don't want to accidentally do the volcanic ever again. I will destroy the volcanic, even if it is a... Ooh, Dark Omen. Here we go. Even if it is an XP one. Let's grab it. But I'll give you guys about an hour. I'll give you about an hour. Yesterday, only because I'm trying to get back on. Like, I've been having a good sleep schedule except for last night. Last night was a weird one. I went to bed early, nice and tired, then I randomly just woke up at 1 after I had this weird dream. Me and my brother were sleeping in the living room, but not on the couch. On like the desks. On the desks and the dressers, for some reason. And he woke me up to talk to me, and I was like, it was super weird because like my grandparents were there, but I couldn't see them, but I knew they were there, but they were like staying in our rooms for some reason. Both our rooms. And he was talking to me about something. I don't know what it was, but I know he kept on waking me up to talk about it. And I was like, this is weird. Why isn't one of us sleeping on the couch? I didn't say this to him. I just thought about it in my head. But I was like a third-person experience because I was just like hearing myself talk about nothing with him. And the entire time I'm thinking, why did no one take the couch? Why are we both on the desks with just blankets? What the weird part was, like, when I entered the living room, when the dream first started, I just walked into the living room, and there were blankets. Oh, hey, Javile. Oh, he's dead. Poor Javile. Poor simple Javile.
Brother Mephi,
But
orders have come down.
the thing about it is,
We're closing the tower for good.
I walked in and he wasn't in there at
Warn
first.
them that building
There was
atop
just
the old
blankets
Zakaru
on
bridge was trouble.
the desk. But I was gonna sleep on those blankets on like the desk that my brother would soon appear to be, because it was like one of those
To maintain some
really soft, like manila colored blankets was folded up on one of the desks, and I walked past it, and somehow inside of it, it like sprung open
I'll see you in Eldheim.
into being a larger blanket, and he rolled out of it, like he was rolled into it like a burrito, like it was a gateway to an alternate dimension, because at first the size that it was not big enough to be hiding a person at all, but he just rolled out of it. And I lay down on the desk, on the other desk, the one across from that one, getting ready to sleep. He started talking to me. And that's when I started thinking to myself, what is going on? Why are we sleeping on hard wood? Wouldn't sleeping on the floor be better? Or the couch that's over there? There's a couch one of us could be using, and neither one of us are using it. And it's confusing. And then I woke up. It was like 1 in the morning. I woke up after that dream. I was like, huh? And I couldn't go back to sleep. I stayed up till like 4. I ate some snacks and watched some videos on my phone. I broke my rule. I told myself I was going to read instead of watch videos, and I think that's what messed me up. I think watching videos. I was watching 30 Rock on Amazon, and I was like, I told y'all yesterday that I'll probably open my book and read instead, because the blue light from the phone's going to keep me up longer. I knew that it would, and yet for some reason, I still did it. I don't know. I think it's because I just really wanted a snack, and I really wanted to watch something while eating that snack. That late night snack. I had got some dry cereal and mixed some almonds with it, and I ate it dry. I just ate it, just palmed in my hand and chewed on it. For some reason, it was really nice. Good combination of sweet, crunchy, with delicious salted almonds. Sweet and salty combo going on. And before I knew it, it was like 4 in the morning when I finally got tired again. I was like, oh man. So I went back to sleep. And then it was a weird wake up. It was not a good wake up. Because I woke up at like 9, right? And I was still super tired. Like I woke up at 9, I was like, it's like that one of those super groggy wake ups. Where it's like you can't tell if you're awake yet, even though you know you're awake. It's like one of those things where I got up to use the bathroom, but it felt like I was still dreaming because my body was so light. I couldn't even feel the pain of waking up. My body wasn't even starting to pop yet, like it usually does when I wake up. Like when I wake up and I get up, all the joints are just popping, especially like the knees, the wrists, the feet, especially the feet. They go pop, pop. Both my big toes in a row. As soon as I like clench them, both of them pop in the morning, almost like clockwork. I'm an old man, you see, and certain creaks are becoming commonplace and part of routine. Certain snaps and pop sounds let me know that it's morning time. But I was so tired that my body wasn't even awake. It wasn't even popping. I got up and just walked around. I felt like a ghost. I was so light. I was so light on my feet. My heart rate didn't even increase when I got up. It was like just like no blood wasn't flowing. It was staying the same rate as syrup molasses. It was like I was running on emergency power. I was so not awake yet. Nothing changed. It was like I floated up from my bed and went to the bathroom and used the bathroom. And I know I was awake because I looked at my phone and I was like, why am I so tired? Like it felt super groggy. It felt like best way I can describe it is like I took sleeping medication and then I fought it for some reason. Like I fought it, tried to stay awake, and then I got to that weird place where you're like in between sleepy and high, but you're neither. That's the best way I can describe it. It was a weird lightheadedness. But then I went to the bathroom, I laid back down, and I was like, alright, I'll get some caffeine here in a little bit. Let me just close my eyes for a second. 9 instantly once I laid back down, instantly, didn't even get comfortable. I was like shifting the blankets around, and I moved my phone and looked, and it was 10. And I was like, oh man, what happened? So then I put the phone down and I adjusted my pillows, and I looked at my phone again and it said 11. And I was like, okay, all right, it's Twilight Zone time. Ooh, blast wave radius. Boom. 20 million. What was that? Was that 106 million? Did anyone see that? I don't know if I saw that right. Damn, my thing's off time. Ah, 84 million. I saw that one. Damn. Alright, let's go for the ultimate kills. I was trying to get that big number kill, but now we should stir the pot, get some mini XP as we can. Here we go. Yeah, I made sure to be tired today. I'm tired today. I put in work, and it's all for the kids. Because some of these cats done forgot what work is. Tribute! Oh, it's on one of those weird things. I'm gonna put it away. I can't have it choking up my system. I need to be quick. I want to be quick. And I've already slowed down to tell my weird dream story. I'll pop the coin. Scrap all of this.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Scrap all of that too. Hold on. There are all the obols. No, wait, not here, not here. Over here. All keys go here. And whatever these tribute things are. I assume that's for later to summon, like, special bosses, I guess? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's look at these real quick. Just because I've been trying to grab things to improve the ice build. And recently I did find this, and I think this really helped me out, is that it's just a better version of Fist of the Fate. Like, I already had a Fist of the Fate, but it did, like, lucky hit up to a 38% chance. This one's 50% chance. So, like, half the time I get a lucky hit, they get vulnerable. But instead of 1% to 295, it went down to 270. So there's the trade-off right there. And its attack speed's a little bit slower than the other one. But I don't think it's gonna matter. I'd rather have them more often or not turn vulnerable. It'll stack well. But anywho, let's start banging out some nightmare dungeons, shall we? We just got our XP boost set up, so let's dive into it. Secluded Grotto. The Seaside Descent. There's a nice combo we got going on with these combos. Alright. The vulnerability is stacking super well. The random increased damage ice orbs now are amazing. They're magical. Especially since we made that amulet to replace the firewall amulet. Look at that. 400,000 damage just from one ice ball. We're real cooking now. Oh, let's walk it. Let's do the Grey March strategy. I like to drop a blizzard, then throw an orb, then whatever random free orbs launch just adds to the great walk. The walk of annihilation. Something with a lot of money died there. This might be one of the ones where, like, some of the elite enemies have the gilded FX on them. Uh-oh, I left someone alive there. Sorry, buddy. I don't mean to make you feel alone. All alone in this world, no one to stand beside you. Oh yeah, some things in here have the gilded. What is this? Oh, I forgot to say, I found something else. What did I find? There's something I think it was... I changed an enchantment. I actually changed my chest armor. Yeah, there it is. After 5 basic attacks, my cooldowns, one is randomly reduced by 2 seconds. This is awesome. Because this has been making it to where my Ice Nova comes back really fast, especially if I haven't been teleporting. Because I noticed that it likes to do the teleport more if the teleport's on cooldown. If they're both on cooldown at the same time, more often than not, it'll choose to do the teleport first. So. But if I'm not, if I'm in like a big fight, if I'm really stick-stack stuck in,
I suppose.
the kills.
Managed to make it to these caves.
Oh yeah.
Dead, sure. Too much notice.
You can use Ice Nova whenever you want. Although, for the most part, when it comes to regular enemies,
Some of the others want to
not like wave fights, but regular enemies, yeah, drop a blizzard, throw a ball, drop a blizzard, throw a ball, slam jam right through them. It's like their armor's made of paper mache, we're doing so much damage. Let me in! You can kill 200, 300 enemies, 400, 500. Release an Ice Nova whenever an ambush spawns, just release an Ice Nova, and like, it's good to go. Oh, and it's crazy. This season of the Goblins has been crazy good for me. Look at this. We're already only 300 million away from 5 billion gold. Like, that's crazy, the amount of gold we've been gaining this season. It's been a real Christmas miracle when it comes to gold. And I haven't even been selling things either. I sold like a few things. Like maybe half an inventory one time. I might have done half an inventory full of items like one time, and maybe it gave me like 2 million gold. The rest have just been drops from goblins and gilded enemies. Like just regular drops from chest as well, which can range anywhere from like just 2,000 gold to 50,000 gold. So it's been crazy good for the gold collection. So if anyone wanted to capitalize Season of the Goblin, just wander around for an hour or two, get those gilded goblins up. You'll definitely get some gold to fix your because you need a lot. You're gonna need a lot. You want to get those grand gems. They're like 10 million a piece. You're gonna need to be rich. I thought I told you demons never to invade Sanctuary while I'm rich. Oh, I thought it was a wave thing. Sorry. Got confused there. Blast him. Blast him. Other than that, it's been a good day. It's been strangely warm in my room, but other than that, it's been okay. We're almost where we need to be. I'm about to start editing and recording again if I can get my sleep schedule under control. Ah! Hold on, come on, gather together. Right here would be a good spot. Right here. 3 million. 42 million. 95.9 million. You saw that one. Now that's a lot of damage. Smoke me a hipper, Batman. 74 million. And I'm out. I'm out of Sokuku juice. No, it's fine. Looks like we can start stirring the pot immediately with these bone men. They seem to be spawning just the right amount of time after a certain amount die. Yeah, here we go. Hooking up the crock pot. Still playing with pots and pans and always hanging with shooters. That's what we do. That's how old I am. Feel my age. Be annoyed by my ability to bounce between meaningless subjects for no reason whatsoever. I kept on watching The Expanse. I went back and watched those episodes. I rewatched once again. I watched her get kicked in the back for apparently no reason. I guess what they're trying to do, I think they were trying to make it to where it looked like he was getting too high off the ground and he was kicking off of her back to get him lower to the ground, while also turning on his magnet boots to pull her down to stop her from floating away. I think that's what they're going for, but it did not look like he was that much higher. Like, he could have just, as soon as gravity turned off, he could have just kicked his gravity boots on after hooking up to her and then just pulled her down with him. Like, I feel like it was still a bit of an exaggerated move. Oh, that's why we're doing nightmare runs. We don't even have to do that. We don't even have to do that. We just go over here and be like, ah, material reserve. Why not? Actually, let's go ahead and knock out some vile splendors. I thought I had a few. There's one. I don't even know where we're going. I don't even know what type of enemies we're fighting. I just clicked on it and said, yes, let's do this. We're gonna do another nightmare dungeon. We're gonna throw that Oprah, we can catch that Oprah essence. Apply it to our Diablo grind. I feel like that's necessary for modern gaming. Oh, look at all these goblins hanging out. They're dead now. We'll come back to see what they got. I feel like keeping the chain going. I feel like we're just gonna annihilate everything. We'll come back. Oh! If you do the Grey March just right, those Scorponok's tells are pointless because you're always just moving ahead. You're always just not where they want you to be. I'll shoot backwards. I'm not afraid to XX and Tashi on this situation. Not the first time, it won't be the last. The Putrid Aquifer. I like this one. The circular shape makes it easy to do an all clear real fast with the first area. Which I like. Sometimes you get those dungeons where it's like, you get all those different directions. There's this one in the beginning area I really like. I really like doing the, that beginning wet spidery area. You get a good amount of enemies there. There's usually, I think people are very aware that it's a good spot for early game grinding as well, because you run into a lot of like level 20s and level 40s, a lot of new characters. And you can tell they're new because they got like no Paragon levels. Just their basic level, and they're just out there doing the random world events. Looks like those goblins didn't drop a lot. Huh. Guess it was mostly just gold, which is fine. Slam Jam. Welcome to the Slam Jam. Sorry. It might be annoying to some people, but that's just who I am, you know? I'd rather be annoying and be myself than be pleasant and be alive. If that makes sense. I feel like you gotta let the true come out every now and then. Oh my god. Let's walk this way. Walk it. Walk it like we talk it. Who's this? Doesn't matter. Exploded. There we go. We walk it like we talk it, Lord Decima. And I appreciate that. I appreciate a good icy explosion. Oh. Could use less of those red blood ghosts, though. Those guys suck. A world boss. I'm not gonna do the world boss this time. I'm gonna stick to my plan. Like I said, they're not really worth it unless you're grinding, like, stuff. Like, whatever stuff they drop. Unless you're grinding their keys or whatever so you can get the better loot stuff. XP wise, they're not. I feel like they take a lot of time just to have the same amount of XP as like one of these dungeons, minus all the enemies. Like you get way more XP annihilating a bunch of little enemies than you do from beating a world boss. You can kill way more little enemies to get more XP by just slaying rather than going to try and fight the world boss. Like the world boss, he gives you XP, but in the long run, when it comes to grinding, I don't think it works out. A lost pack. There's one thing over here I did not touch on. A goo pile. There we go. That's the Aquafire. Aquafina has been reintroduced to nature. Democracy. Attack speed plus 10. Overpower damage while channeling. I might keep that one actually. That might be decent for when we try to do a fire build. We're probably not gonna be replacing our boots though. The boots, those just work well with most things, most builds. Double check and make sure I don't have any points sitting around, because I changed stuff up a little bit in there as well. Another Vile Splendor, let's do this. Give me those splendors. And then after that, we'll just hit all the gold reserves. Let's see if we can... Let's see how much we get for just grinding out gold Nightmare Keys. Because Vile Splendor is very similar to Gold Reserve. Gold Reserve just means the chests have... There's more giant chests that have more gold in them. Vile Splendor means you get the elites with the gilded affixed type. So that they're more likely to explode into a bunch of gold, which you just saw in like the previous one. So, also, Vile Splendor's a new one. They recently just added that after right after they announced the new DLC of the Lord of Hatred. It's coming out soon, I believe. I don't know how soon, but soon enough. You can get the pre-release stuff. I think it just lets you play as the new DLC character, the Paladin. Which, I guess that's their character. I don't know. You can do that. You can go for it. They can have that. They can hold that. Let's go ahead and march south a little bit. A lot of things are exploding over here. I like that. I like that. Reminds me of me when I was an explosion. Sorry if I feel like a little weird right now, like I'm not my usual self. Death Tones is playing. I'm kind of into it right now. So, like, I'm vibing to it. I'm just all about getting these kills right now. Anyone else? Oh, it's a shrine. It's activating the device. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. It's werewolves, so we might actually get a good number. That's another reason I don't want to bring the mic any closer. Because of my gallbladder, I get these deep burps, like more often than normal folk. Although my gallbladder is doing a lot better these days, so it's getting better. Quitting drinking has really done the trick. I can finally have a decent amount of beef without it being like a huge problem. And over the course of the past year, it like started off as like really rough. Like felt like I ate a Thanksgiving meal after eating maybe like 6 ounces. Then about maybe like 4 months ago, or no, a bit longer than that, maybe like 6 months ago. Maybe like 6 months ago, all of a sudden it like wasn't as bad. It was still rough, but it was more like just uncomfortable and gassy. You guys like talking? You guys like me discussing my digestive problems to you, just openly? Just like, could be like a regular Let's Play, and I'm like, yeah, guys, come on, let's do this. Oh my god. Oh well. Can't wait to unlock a better equipment. Am I right, guys? What's your favorite equipment? And I'm just over here like, yeah, sometimes my stomach feels like it's in a lost sea, a godless sea. Why Jesus points at me and laughs and mocks me for my mistakes. And everyone's like, what are you talking about, man? What's wrong with you? You haven't played Diablo 4 for 66 days, have you? Because I have, and it changes you. I used to be black. Like, that's not true, but I like to say it. Can you imagine I tried to roll with that? I tried to tell people, but yeah, I used to. Right? I tried to sell that one. Diablo 4 turned me Mexican. Took a lot of my blackness away. Don't know what happened. Just did it. Just said, well, you're Hispanic now. I was like, wow, man, come on, dude. 4K. But no, I was always Hispanic. I just like to tell people that I used to be black when it comes to Diablo 4. This place changes people. That's a Spy Hard reference. That might miss a lot of people. I'll clarify that. I saw something missing up here. Peace. Oh, there's about 3 million gold on the ground right there. Someone's gonna want that. Alright, let's make our way back downtown. Bring it around town. A little bit of dudes were left over there. Up an amulet. Throw an ice ball, grab this gold, come back. Hey! Jun Tao! There's another scene I want to talk about when it comes to the Expanse, though. There's this part where these guys are getting, basically like these space truckers. An uncle and a nephew are space truckers. They're like towing this large asteroid. And they have a cheap, their net is starting to die. Like the net they have is starting to break down, so a little piece of the asteroid is starting to fall off, and he's complaining about it. Like the uncle. But that's when they get stopped. They get stopped by like this patrol. I think it's a Martian patrol. It's, and they basically like strong arm some like money and supplies from them. And the uncle's like, man, I'm already losing some of the asteroid. because my net's broken. Without this, if you do this, I'm not be like, this is gonna ruin me. And they're like, whatever, tough titty or whatever, you know? And so, what he does, and this scene comes up like, it's just this weird random scene they decided to add to the story. I don't know if the nephew comes back and becomes like pertinent, but anywho, it goes away from that and it comes back to that scene, and the uncle, like, he throws the nephew into like a spacesuit, and he's like, and the nephew's trying to like fight him, like, uncle, no, wait, we'll be okay. He's like saying stuff like that, and he throws the nephew into like the Bay Area, and he closes off and he jettisons his nephew into space. So then he like turns to that ship that had like the Martian people that strong on them. Ooh, 10% attack speed. This one does have ice shards. Wow, this one does overpower. Ice shard's really good, but I'm not gonna add that to my ice build because I don't need it. Kill 262. This one already has incinerate on it. Yeah, we'll scrap that. Another razor plate. No. But okay. So the nephew's in space yelling at his uncle over the radio, we don't have to do this. We'll be okay. We'll be alright. And the uncle's like, sometimes you gotta be a man. He's like going on the crazy speech, right? Sometimes you gotta stand up for what you believe in. Like he's ignoring the nephew. And he's flying the ship towards the ship that just strong-armed him, right? And it's kind of a cool idea, but I don't think he thought it out all the way, because what he's doing is like, he's slingshotting his asteroid that's breaking up towards the ship that just strong-armed him. And like, he knows it's an armed ship, and he's got like nothing. He's just got like a regular civilian towing ship. So like, no shields, no weaponry, right? So, like, he turns away. Then, like, as the asteroids are hitting their ship, it's not a direct hit. Like, it bounces off the side of them as they roll, but it does hit them. It hits it, like, because the asteroid's broken up into a bunch of little pieces, so it's like peppering them on the side as they roll to the left. They dodge most of it, but they fire a missile at him. And I find it interesting that, like, I feel like he knew that was going to happen, and I was like, why didn't he just ram them if he knew they were going to shoot him? You know what I mean? Also, the other option was, after he released his asteroid, they didn't fire the missile until, like, the asteroid pieces actually started making contact with their ship. Like, it was right there, right behind them when they fired their missile. So he could have turned around and gotten behind the asteroid pieces and tried to use the pieces of the asteroid to block the missile. But he didn't do that either. He just tried to fly away, basically let himself get hit by the missile, telling his nephew that it's going to be okay, that someone will come here to investigate this and they'll find him. And I was like, that's a cool FU scene towards those people, but it could have been better. It was a little, I feel like that last part where his contingency plan was just to get shot was a little off. I get what they were going for, but if they wanted to do that, what they should have done is have him get shot by the missile, then as he's exploding, have the asteroid that he's towing come barreling through his explosion, still heading towards them, and it hits them. That would have been a better and cooler scene, because then you could have the asteroid grabbing burning pieces of his ship flying towards them. A nice interior shot of the captain being like, oh, as like the front of his ship gets smashed by a bunch of burning debris and asteroid pieces, would have been totally awesome. Oh, I'm supposed to go down here. I was like, is this the tiniest nightmare dungeon ever? Where's the rest of it? Other than that, another weird and interesting scene is when they're on the ship and they're trying to open up like this special box because they're about to be stopped by like a Martian patrol. Like the guys, like, because this is after they've like been captured by the Martians, then escaped the Martians because the Martians got attacked by the UN Marine forces in that space station. This is like after that scene of him kicking her for like apparently no reason, just to activate his mag boots, then tow her back down. So this is after that. They're trying to break into the safe, on the Martian ship that they stole, to escape that facility that was blowing up because it was under attack by the UN forces. So like they're trying to open it because like there's like secret call signs in there that they can use if they get stopped. And I think they were trying to open it up before someone actually showed up looking for them. Or actually, no, not looking for them, but showed up to ask questions about them and their ship. But like the joke is like you have to end the call phrase with donkey balls because like there's that guy who was in prison with them who used to be part of the Martian forces. Like I completely forgot and missed the part of why he was arrested. Like because they got captured and he was already in there and he basically just joins their team. And I forget why he was in there already, but basically he was part of the Martian forces, but he was already in the brig when the main character and his crew get captured.
Life amongst the fallen,
and he joins them. And he remembers that, oh man, they have this secret call sign. You have to break open this. But if we do that without having the proper code, they'll send off an alarm and let all the ships know in the area that like we tried to open up this safe without knowing the right code to open the safe. And the safe has the secret call sign codes inside of it that you can give back to let people know that you actually are a Martian ship.
Which hone their power.
Because basically they had like a regular ship, but it was a Martian ship, and it might have been for like special forces missions. So it was like incognito ship, but not like a stealth ship. Just a ship that like looks like a regular ship, but actually is a Martian ship. So he tells them this whole thing of you gotta say the call sign, and the way it's like he remembered this very specifically is at the end. His captain said to the other guys, donkey balls. I like that. I like that a lot. It's stupid enough. Oh, let's get another gold reserve going. But so the entire time he's trying to... Like, they're getting stopped by this other ship, and it's like, it's docking to them, and the lady is over there fiddling around with the one machine that's going to send the signal if they break open the safe to let the Martian ships know that, hey, these guys broke into their safe. They didn't know the code. They might have been hijacked or compromised. So he's giving them the runaround on the radio. Like, everything's fine. How are you? The basic, classic. But alright, she gets it deactivated. And they get into the safe, they get the code. But the scene I want to talk about is not even that scene. That scene was fun, that was fine. I enjoyed it, honestly. It had some tension, and it was doing its job. The scene I want to talk about, though, is the one scene, like, they're in the bottom, like, the main character and, like, one of the guys on his crew are, like, down at the actual, like, connecting area, like the docking bay, where the umbilical cord from the other ship was, like, connecting to their ship. And they were about to board them to inspect them. Because he went down there and he said, hey, as soon as those doors open, I'm going to kill those two Martian dudes. And he was like, for some reason the main character guy was like, oh man, but so many Martians already died helping free us when we were under attack by that UN ship. Even though the Martians were the ones who imprisoned us as well. And he was like, dude, when you realize that, like, right now they're the bad guys, because if they find out who we are, we're just gonna get captured again. So like he's like digging in like a tick, basically. He's got his rifle and he's aiming down the hallway towards the door. And for some reason, the main character whips out his pistol and he goes, "I'll kill you before you get them." You know? And he was like, "Well, you could just shoot me now." You know, he just keeps on aiming, ignoring him. And I'm like, "What is this?" That one felt a little weird. It was like, did I miss a scene where he has like this weird moral compass of like the least amount of kills possible in order to protect him. He's like, enough innocent people died for this or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, why? I don't know. It came off as weird to me about why he would care if this guy would kill 2 more people to stop them from being captured again. Because so many people already died. Now, I'm very confused about what his morality and his like motives are. Like, it could have made sense, but maybe I missed something. I might have to go back to that. Like I said, like whenever I'm watching it, I'm usually doing this. I'm just grinding some Diablo 4 while I have it on. I'm trying to listen to it like an audiobook and glance at it every now and then. Because I have the dual screens, and like I might as well use those, you know. I got kind of used to it as well. Really takes the edge off the monotony of the day. The grind, I should say. And now it's different, because now I have you guys, I can just talk and also listen to music, and that keeps my brain plenty preoccupied to make a decent run. Still though, I was like, what? What is this scene? It was funny and interesting, but I felt like I couldn't judge it properly because I was like, is this out of character or is this on character? I'm confused. It felt a little jarring. I was like, but so many people already did die, and now it's like, but they're gonna capture you and then put your life at risk and your crew at risk again, right? And you guys are trying to figure out what's going on and not get captured. Why would he care about, like, we got it. They want to get away. Everyone wants to get away. He wants to get away, but for some reason he wants to try to. I guess just the way he worded it. I felt like he should have just talked like, let's try to give the rest of the crew a chance to get those passcodes unlocked, so that we don't have to kill anyone. But instead, he has the gun in the back of the guy's head. It's like, if you start shooting at them, I'll shoot you. And he was like, and the other guy with the rifle was like, go ahead, I'll be dead anyway. Like, what are you talking about? like, I already have a rifle. I'm gonna be shooting at them. They'll probably shoot at me if I don't get them both. Once they start lighting me up. Like, what do you mean?
We were sent here as
I felt like he should have been more like that. He wasn't. He was just like, yeah, you could shoot me. You got a good shot. You're flinging back at my head. But he just kept on, like, that's the only thing he said. He just kept on aiming down the hallway. Yeah, I suppose it was supposed to add to, like, the tenseness of the scene, but honestly, this is like shortly after my favorite scene, which is the one where it really does feel like they just handed the actor stuff. Like they handed him 2 objects and said, walk over there to the other people. When the dude's injured in the chair and they're trying to help him. And he comes back with the stuff, and they're like, hurry, give me that. And I'm like, what? He's like, what? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, it literally feels like they just handed the actor 2 items. Like, all right, so you stand here, wait for the cue, and then walk to them. It felt so genuine that it made me laugh. It almost felt like a blooper, because the guy goes, what? What the hell? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And they just take the things from him. It's pretty good. Hold on, this is the double one where they're not. Are they close together or not? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I can't believe we're already like 3/4 of the way done with our run. It does not feel like it's about to be an hour already. I might switch back to the other chest piece, even though this one is helping a lot. I think the other one helped in a different way that might have been more advantageous. Maybe, I don't know. It just feels a little bit faster in some situations. Like when it comes to like stacking Blizzard and Ice Orb like that, it builds faster. But when it comes to like regular basic attacks, like when I'm just doing this, I feel like I get more criticals with the other one, which, I mean, it's fine, but it's like certain enemies I noticed like they stopped being one shot and they started becoming two shot, which isn't like a super big deal, but oh god, channeling. We'll just don't drop a bunch of blizzards then. I really wish channeling, since it's like supposed to be like you get unlimited resource, I really wish that counted for cooldown spells as well. I think it'd be pretty awesome to just be slamming teleports or ice novas over and over again. And it's over. I think the only reason we're not going to reach 30 on this one is because, like, it's in a narrow area, but you notice how some of them spawn, like, kind of far from the center? Like, a little bit too far. Yeah. It's fine, it's whatever. Alright. Looks like we made it. A stab. 35% life while affected by any of your damage over time effects. An explosion occurs every 7 seconds. That one might actually be good for the fire build. Let's keep that. I think I found that enchantment before, but this one... well, it has the attack speed. I really like that. 1 to mana on kill kinda sucks, but for our build, it's okay. Like, I think the most you'll see these days is like either 2 or 3 when it comes to mana per kill. But... and we have a lot of Voxes, so I'm not gonna even bother with the Vox. I'm not gonna bother with the Vox. Gym reserve, artillery, gym reserve. I just feel like let's hit them another gold reserve. Let's just keep on hitting the gold. See how much gold we can get in our bag. Sugars and cream cheese. Let me in. Oh. Oh, and it's wave. Alright, it's gonna be easy to get all the goblins this time. Froze to death. Froze to death. Froze to death. Oh, we can just stir the pot now. Now, bone guys are different. Bone guys, we're definitely not going to get that high. We'll get a decent amount. But notice how they don't take damage until they're fully released, unlike the werewolves. They have to come completely out of the ground before they're like invulnerable. Their iframes disappear. Don't get me wrong though. I love a good bone boy. And it's not even completely Diablo 2 is the reason I love bone boys. It's It's honestly because of Army of Darkness, that old Bruce Campbell movie. That's when I first that's when I first liked the enemy or the idea of having a Bone Man army. Especially if he talked and acted like that. Pretty nice. I think one of my favorite ones was the one that was crawling on the ground. I'll catch your gizzard. And he has like the knife in his mouth. And then like he tries to get Bruce Campbell in the ankles, but Bruce Campbell's like doing that rope trick they do in like action movies where there happens to be a rope attached to a weight of sand or something, and he cuts it and he launches him up so he can get up to the second floor real fast.
Get back from them.
And the Bone guy's like, hey, where'd you go? And he gets crushed by the sandbags. Or when the Bone guy gets shot in the chest with the explosive arrow and he starts like screaming like, ah, and then he explodes. And then shortly after that, that's when, like, I used to watch that movie all the time during the summer breaks. I'd be hanging out with my mom. We'd just watch movies all summer. Pretty awesome. We'd make tea, and we'd have, sometimes we'd order pizza, and we would just have movie marathons every other day. And play board games and card games. But that was right before Diablo 2. Then we got Diablo 2. We get the Necromancer in it. Oh man.
Such power.
Bring on the Bone Boys. Which reminds me, I think they did a really good job on Tiny Tina Wonderland with the Bone guys. If anything, they just need more lines. Like, I love their lines. I love the ones they have. They're great. But we're at a point now, like, unfortunately, I think we need like triple the amount of lines when it comes to like an enemy that's like that reoccurring. Kind of like, because Bone Men basically replaced the Psychos from regular Borderlands. So I feel like they need a lot more lines. I also think they should do what Halo did and have the actual like different rarity lines, like ones that have less chance of coming up. I think that added so much more to have those random lines you like rarely hear, and like, because then you have friends who like have played for a while and they've never heard that one, all of a sudden they hear it, and it adds something special. It adds a moment. Okay. Come on. Dr. Seuss style. Can I play the piano anymore? Well, I couldn't before. I think the only reason I popped up in my head is because I'm listening to Disturbed Stricken. And it has, you know, it has those drums. Might have been a very similar rate. Beat rate. Oh my god, the blood red barbarian ghosts that are also cannibals. Wait, if you cannibal and you die and become a blood ghost, do you only eat other blood ghosts, or do you still eat people? Is that too deep? Hold on, looks like we missed some stuff back there. Let's go ahead and wall jump. I do miss Firewall. I do miss it. Ain't no big deal. That little bit of extra speed boost was nice. But honestly, it's not that much different. Not with like this amulet that has 20% movement speed instead of 17. I think that extra 3% really evens it out. We're gonna get a piece of
We were
parchment.
prepared to face demons, fortified against the denizens of hell itself.
Also,
What we found was infinitely more horrifying.
I like to kill him before we even done reading it.
I assumed they were human at one time. But now
Really?
they were like ravenous
No.
animals, hungry for flesh.
Days
Hot,
effect, lucky
steaming
hit,
flesh
chance. Is that why I
consumed
kept this
straight
one?
from the bones of the still living. We fled, but I can feel them in
Make
pursuit.
enemies vulnerable 2%. That's not
Hungry
even an
for
enchantment.
more.
It's just the ethics. That's kind of cool. Is that why I kept it? Well, I mean those gloves already have that. What am I talking about? And it's 50% and it's 3. I don't. Oh man. See, medication might be. That one might be good with the fire build. 9.3. I think I said that last time actually. I like that one, but not for what we're doing. Extra Ice Nova, but then the cooldown increases. I mean, it would work now that I have the basic attack reduces cooldowns. If I had my horse and I was doing an all ice build, I think, like, not using teleport at all, then I think that would work out very well. Hold on. I guess we could do... Oh, we got some gold reserves right here. But I kind of feel like knocking out a Heraldic Stronghold now. Because we're at the end. We got a little bit of juice left. What the hell? I don't know who Primer 55 is, but they have an interesting cover art. It's like two anime girls in a fist fight. Like, it's like one of them's punching the bejesus out of the other one in the face.
Show me mercy!
It was like a combination of rap, like slow rap core with new metal. Like, Korn, but without like Jonathan Davis' unique sound or Phil D's unique like bass slapping. It's like Korn light. Drifter gloves. For the man who drifts. Wait, drifter gloves? Does that mean we can Tokyo drift those gloves? Wait, let me look at those gloves again. Hold on. Did I see one of these demons driving a Honda RSX? It's time to get serious. Someone called Dawn. We need the family. Diablo's old playing in an underground, deep south underground race team. And if we don't stop them, they're gonna drift evil corruption all over Sanctuary and unleash hell and the greater three evils: Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. My God. There's only one thing that can defeat Diablo and his brothers, and that's family. That's the crossover we need. We need the Fast and the Furious Diablo crossover. It's the one franchise where Diablo would make sense to just show up. Didn't they parachute tanks in at one point? Additional ambushes. Killer ritual speed. Lunatics. Let's go lunatics. Been a while since I did a Heraldic Stronghold and had all of this firepower. All this ice firepower. I'm actually excited to try out my Weather Woman critical hit chance build again, because now I have like new items and new affixes that I could try to re-equip with rather than the build that I had. Although this one, though, the way it works now, might be hard to beat it. I feel like this one, it just gets the sack kills more often. What I was thinking about doing was getting rid of the unique legendary helmet that adds, like, makes the meteors on a cooldown, gives you 3 charges instead of mana. I'm thinking about switching back to the other one that adds the mini meteors around your meteor. I feel like that one was like faster, if that makes sense. I kind of messed up there. I kind of wandered away from the pillar thinking it was a regular pillar and not an event pillar. So I don't know. We might at least get tier 4, but we're not going to get that maxed out. Not with 8 seconds left. Unless we get super lucky. Made it halfway there. But, I mean, we really want the kills, because just getting... That's just for the loot. That leveling thing for the Project Stronghold. That just gives you a chance to maybe get 2 or 3 legendaries instead of 1. If you make it all the way. Which sometimes it doesn't even go off. It's like the exact same chest. Even if you get it maxed out. So, it did used to be easier to max out, though. I noticed that. It made it a little bit more challenging. I think the kills are worth just a little bit less.
The old Zakarum church is supposed to be empty, but I heard
Let's wrap around, so let's march over here.
Great
Gray march our way over here.
Open my dreams. I call the demand an answer. I must ask them. This holy place reeks of seawater and rot. I'm going to drown in it. There is no escape. It's hard to think when the ringing of those alarm bells fills my head.
You know what? For an hour, we did very well. Look at that. We're already almost at getting past LB. The large woman is gone. She can't hurt us anymore. I'll grab that ring. Who's that? Who is that guy? Who's that? Late to the party, sir. Critical strike chance 6%. And lucky hit chance. That one might. And fire orb deals. What? Oh, frozen orb. I think I already have that frozen orb enchantment on something else, though. That's the problem. Yeah, I have it on the amulet. But I like that critical hit chance and the lucky hit chance, though. This one, Mother's Embrace, is better. But since it's since Mother's Embrace is unique, we can't change that. The big FX, the legendary FX, it has to stay that one. But this one we could change. I might keep this one and actually change it from Frozen Orb to something to do with the fire build. That might work out very well. Very well indeed. I'm not actually interested in ultimates, because I'd rather have a spell or an ability that helps me do bigger stacks. The ultimates take up a lot of space. I like that there's new enchantments to make the cooldown for the ultimates go down, or something else for the ultimates. I also really like they added these new... they added these a while back, though. This was right before the other DLC. The ones that have all three, but do something different for each of them. I'm glad they added an all-elemental, all three elements builds. But... it's fine. Don't need that, don't need that. I'm actually looking for magic greens right now to see if I can find something better for the fire build or even this ice build right here. Because the core attack, I mean, that works very well for the frozen orb and the ice shards. But I'm not sure I actually need it. Getting the mana back on the core attack, because I'm getting the mana back on vulnerability hits already. But I kind of want to unequip it and see how it feels without it. Without the mother's embrace. If a core skill hits 4 more enemies, 40% of the resource cost is refunded. That's pretty good. I think it's working out very well for the Frozen Orb, honestly. But I kind of want to try something else. Can't believe I'm going to keep all this. I'm into another situation because now I didn't have anything that was decent for Decima to make a fire build. I started collecting stuff for it again. Quickly look at this stuff. I mean, injured while crowd control grants you unstoppable. That one was pretty good early on. I really liked having that one when I was first grinding. Because so often you would get like frozen or stunned by the butcher. Or something like that, or like one of those big demons that throws the chain. Very similar to one of the butcher's moves. And this would like go off and then you could run away. So it's super useful for that. Icy Touch? I don't know what that is. It's gotta be a passive or something. Wait, are they adding bonuses to passives now? That's kinda cool. So you can get this to 4 now? Or even higher? You imagine getting Icy Touch plus 3, have level 6? 24%? I didn't know that could be an FX, that's pretty good. Not gonna use that though. Very lucky hits, okay. If you were doing conjuration stacking with the old Frost Nova, because old Frost Nova enchantment was your conjuration skills had a chance to release a Ice Nova, but now they changed it. I really like this one. This one goes good with fire. When there are 5 more enemies close to you, they stun because they're like... Actually, no. I think it's lightning. Yeah. Lightning goes good with this. Because lightning's the one to where it adds to where you can just dole out damage instantly if they get stunned. Where is it? There it is. Every time you stun an enemy, you deal 1500 damage to them. So, zip, zap, zoops. And if you're doing cackling energy with that, then they're stunned, they take 15,000 damage, and they're getting zapped while you're zapping them additionally. I'll keep that one, because I think I got rid of all the other ones I had, because I had the FXs. Teleport cooldown, reduced by 3.4 seconds. I really liked rocking those back in the day. That enchantment. Stable currents, I like that one too, if you're running all lightning and you're running the ultimate. Because then you just start spewing out a bunch of spells. Ooh, let's keep those gloves instead. Because then we can keep on using this helmet with the crowd controlled enemy. Yeah, because burning counts as crowd control, I think. And this has +3 to incinerate. That might, maybe we'll use this. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I haven't sat down and
That
built,
looks
actually
warm.
made a
I
fireball.
guess
I've just been gathering materials. But anyway, I don't know if I'll have the fire build ready tomorrow. Probably not. I don't even know if I'll be on tomorrow, but I'll try to be. I'll attempt to do so. But I'm gonna do a little cut right here. What was the thing I changed? I keep on forgetting to tell you about. Was it? I keep on. There's like this thing in my head that said like I actually changed one thing out. It's I know I talked about it. I found a better Fist of Fate. Got a 50% chance to make them. Yeah, that's what I got. And this and one. After casting 5 basic skills, one of your coolest. Yeah, I talked about that already. I talked about them. Look at that, 3 mana per second. It's crazy. And the life regen on it was pretty good. Anywho. Yeah. This is a good stopping point right here. I need to go to bed and get ready for tomorrow. Thank you all who came out tonight to watch. Thank you all future will come back to watch the old episodes. Once again, let's not jinx it, but let's just take note that no one nefarious showed up tonight. Maybe we can go for the record for 2 days in a row tomorrow. We'll see. But, once again, thank you all. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the like button. Keep on posting. See you on the next one. You all have a good night.